I'm gonna get into this because I kind of got a lot. You know what I'm saying? So feel free to jump in at any point if you want to jump in. But first, let me say this: think that people are way overboard. They're tripping. Like just because who it is, just because that is LeBron, because it's Bronny, right? For 1 second, can everyone like stop and realize that we have a father and son on the same team? Like this is the craziest thing. Like Stone, I don't think you have kids, but I have a daughter. I have a. Do you have kids, Stone? No. Yes.
No, I'm
No.
not
Okay.
not at this time.
Okay, not at
Not
this
that I
time.
know
Not
of.
okay. Not that you know of exactly, right? So if there's some little stones out there, let us know. But if there's no little stones out there, then we're gonna proceed with the fact that Stone does not have kids. I have a baby girl, right? She's 3 years old. The love that I have for my child and the love that everyone has for their child is wild. It's through the roof, right? Now, can you imagine you as a father playing on the same team, competing at the highest possible level with your son? Like, this is the coolest thing ever. Like, I think that people are just kind of like blowing past that because they just hate LeBron James so much. They're just blowing past that. Like, bro, this is like history in the making. This is insane. We've never seen something like this. Not only is it cool for the family dynamic, but it's just cool for just NBA history in general, right? So that's what I wanted. I just wanted to kind of talk about that. The 55th pick, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, who are we gonna get at that point that I think is was gonna be like a better fit, right? Like I don't know who to get, but it's not even about the fact that Bronny being a fit. He doesn't fit what we need. What we really need is a big. That's what we really need. And we got Dalton Connect with the shooter. Glad that was a great pickup, but we really need a big, right? To try to go back to that 2020 team that we had, right? But I think that it's not even the fact of like, oh, it's about a fit. It's about the fact of like, you got to keep your head honcho happy. Like, you got to keep your guy happy. Like, it happens all around the NBA, not just on the Lakers. And it pisses me off, especially as a Lakers fan, the fact that like the media in the world is killing the Lakers and LeBron James right now for this nepotism when there's so much damn nepotism all around the NBA. Giannis and his brother Thanasis. Thanasis would not be in the league if it wasn't for Giannis. But why are the Bucks keeping him? Because they want him to be happy, right? Okay, let's go back a couple of years when J.R. Smith was on the Knicks. Do you remember when they signed Chris Smith, his brother, who they said arguably was one of the worst NBA players? But guess what? He was on the Knicks. There was no complaining about that. Or let's talk about front offices, because this is the craziest one right here. Check this out. I don't know if you know who Travis Slank is, but Travis Slank was the president of the Hawks, the basketball operations from 2020 to 2022. He drafted players like Trae Young, John Collins, DeAndre Hunter, Kevin Huerter. Like, he made the big trades that helped them get Bowie and brought them a lot closer to the being a contender. It brought them to the best that they have been in a long time. And then late in 2022, Nick Ressler, the son of Tony Ressler, the owner of the Hawks, fired Travis Slankham and hired his son, Nick Ressler, with less than 3 years of experience, and not a single soul talked about it. No Stephen A. Smith, no ESPN, no Bleacher Report coverage. Nobody talked about it. We don't have to necessarily get into the whole race card, like whether white or black or whatnot. I'm just going to strictly stay on the fact of like, y'all just hating because it's LeBron James, and y'all just hating because it's the Lakers. And it pisses me off. It pisses me off as a Lakers fan. It pisses me off as somebody who just wants to, admire LeBron James achieving a dream of playing with his child. It pisses me off, man, because there's so much other nepotism in the NBA. And now they're going to sit here and act like this is the only nepotism that happens. It's crazy. With that whole Travis Slank situation, bro, Travis Slank worked his way up from a scout to the president of basketball operations. It took him 2 decades. This Nick Ressler guy had less than 3 years of experience and became the basketball president. He became the president of basketball operations, and still to this day he is. Still to this day. So that's just crazy to me, man. So I kind of just had to get off on that because I just hate it. And as far as like Bronny, like the player that he'll be, I think he'll be an all right player, like a right, role player. But it's the expectations are just unfair. Like the bar is just set so ridiculously high. Even if this dude comes out here and plays like John Morant and he's like a good player, everyone's gonna be like, you're a failure. Like everyone's still going to hold him to that expectation. It's all about, you know, it's relative to what we see. It's relative to our expectations, man. And it's just, I mean, no matter how you look at it, right? I think LeBron James is the greatest player of all time. So my expectation is up there. Someone may think he's like top 5 at the absolute least. Like, so you want Bronny, a 55th pick, to be a top 5 best player of all time in NBA history? Come on, let's just be realistic. I think he'll be a solid role player in this league. Might not happen first year. But besides that, I think people are blowing away overboard.